Hello there and welcome. It's Bec and Deb, and this is our weekly vlog for you. So as always, wherever you found us, there's lots of other places to connect. We're on YouTube, Dare to Be You. We have a Facebook group, Dare to Be You, with a purple heart at the end. You can connect with us on LinkedIn with Deborah Simmons, or you can visit our website, daretobeyu.co.uk, and sign up for our mailing list.
Oh, yes.
So this week, our vlog is titled FOMO or JOMO, which we thought was a very funny title, and we've got some wonderful blogs to share with you. So Deb, do you want to start reading yours?
Yep, okay, I'll read what I wrote this week. Yesterday, I was wearing a jumper dress that I didn't like very much. Bec commented that she liked it, and I flippantly said, "Oh, you can have it then, it's really not me." She went on to say how nice it was and how much she really wanted to wear it. I started to feel that I might have been a bit rash. If I gave it away, I might be missing out on something. I remember when my children were small, a distinct moment when they started to want things other people had. They would have no interest in a toy until someone else picked it up. They would drop whatever they were playing with to take that something from their friend or brother or sister. Then immediately lose interest if the other child picked up something else and wanted that toy instead. It was quite funny to watch, although it did often result in a few tantrums and tears. But as far as I know, pretty much all of us go through this stage. FOMO, the fear of missing out. That feeling that someone else has something you want. It's the start of our insecure thinking. The thought, and therefore the feeling, that we need something someone else has so that we can feel good. The bad news is that once we've had an insecure thought, we can have another one at any time with no prior warning. The good news is that it's not the fact that we have insecure thought that is the problem. It's the fact that we don't understand them and we take them way too seriously. It's the fact that we think our thinking is the problem and believe that thinking. Once we understand the nature of thought and know a little bit more about how we work, insecure thoughts become way less of a problem. And it's possible for us to learn to understand we do have that capacity. So what is the nature of thought and how do we work? It's a fact that all human beings think. Thought creates our experience. For some reason, many of us believe that just because a thought is in our head, it must mean something, it must be true. We don't notice how much our thoughts change and how our experience changes with them. We don't notice that there is more to us than the thinking we have. We don't notice that our thoughts aren't the problem. It's the fact that we believe them that causes us to suffer. Somehow, once we become aware of our thinking and that we don't have to believe it, it has much less power and influence over us. When we stop to check and see if the thoughts we have been so bought into are actually true or not, this seems to open up a space inside for us to have a different thought, therefore a different experience. We begin to see that we are more than just our thoughts. We begin to experience JOMO, the joy of missing out. We start to see we don't actually need something someone else has for us to feel good. Feeling peaceful and contented are in fact our default setting. They're the place we go back to when we don't take much notice of our fearful thoughts. JOMO becomes much more attractive to us. We start to come from a place of joy and not a place of fear.
Thanks, Deb. I'm still hopeful I might get to wear the dress.
Luckily for you, I don't take much notice of my insecure thinking, so it's yours.
Cool. So this is my blog this week, FOMO or JOMO. The first time I heard someone use the phrase FOMO, I just laughed along. I didn't know what it meant, and I didn't want to be the one who looked daft for not knowing. Then I found out it stood for fear of missing out. And oh boy, do I know that one. I can share so many stories of feeling like I was the one missing out and we'd be here all day. And I have noticed it again during lockdown. I'm missing out because other people are basically getting a nice holiday from work. I'm missing out because most other people live with their partners, so they're getting to see them. I'm missing out because I don't live in a street or village. So when we do the NHS clap, we don't get the shared experience. And so it goes on. I'm sure you have your versions too. Most recently, I heard the updated version, JOMO. It was on a radio pizza advert, so it obviously got my attention. It was talking about the joy of missing out. When all of your friends are out and you're home with a pizza. Oh, the joy. And I've seen that too. I have JOMO when I think of all the people who have to sit in rush hour traffic or on a tube to get to work, and I just walk down the stairs. I have JOMO when I hear horror stories of babies keeping parents up all night when I'm cosily asleep in my bed. And definitely when I'm tucked up at home enjoying a takeaway pizza while others are out on a cold winter's evening. And so here's the thing, we can drop the OMO. We are either in fear or joy. We either wish we were somewhere different or we are accepting and joyful about where we are. There is nothing we can miss out on. What happens, what is right for us. You can't miss out on what isn't yours. This moment now is the only one. And the more we see that, the less we miss out on. Being present to this moment. All else is made up. When we come back to that simplicity, that place within, when we start to see that all is okay, there is no missing out. There is no wishing for it to be different. So, are you F or J?
Oh, that was lovely. Thanks, Bec. So wherever you are watching this, there are plenty of other places that you can connect with us. We are on YouTube, Dare to Be You. We are on Facebook, Dare to Be You with a purple heart at the end. We have our website, daretobeyou.co.uk, where you can join our mailing list so that you never miss out on what we're up to. And then we are on LinkedIn as Deborah Simmons. So it would be great to connect with you somewhere. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.